Hello guys, today we'll be talking about a kilobuck dynamic drivers. Yes, it's expensive, kind of a premium, top of the line kind of dynamic drivers. And I wasn't able to try all those from Dunu, you know, those Twilight. So this IEM is considered one of the most expensive dynamic drivers that I tried. And I did a review which is called the Wukong, the Monkey King from the Chinese mythical legends. And today I have the follow-up version, which is the Wukong TI. I was like, wow, they are fast. Yeah, China's side is very fast with their productions, and they take in feedback so quickly, and immediately they just come up with a new one. Wow. So let's talk about this. So for those of you who haven't watched the previous review about the Wukong, you can just click the link somewhere around here. So this is the TI version, and on the shape, the shell itself, it says that it's T11. So maybe this is the grade of the titanium. Yeah. So I think the alter ego that I own is TC4 or something, or T4. So this is T11. 110. So not sure whether is this the grade of titanium shell, and it's quite hefty. It's so much more heavier than the previous one, and I would say that the weight of this is quite substantial. As in, I only felt this from the Eco Ovish 10 kind of weight. Is quite hefty, quite heavy, but in return give you that very premium kind of feeling, because you are paying a kilobuck for this IEM for single dynamic drivers. So they need to make it solid. I think this thing can withstand you running through it by a car. It should be fine, or just dropping it. It will give you a very loud noise because it's metal, and it's just not just metal, it's titanium, so have a great noise dropping it to the floor, and I think that it will still be fine. But let's not risk it. So let's talk about it in terms of my feet. I have no issue wearing it because it's very snug, and it does have that very semi ergonomic, semi-custom kind of shape, and it's very heavy. Although it's heavy, but then it just, you can feel the presence in your ear, but doesn't create any discomfort to your ear. So let's talk about it to sound. So this was very similar to the original Wukong that they just came out. So just that it did some improvement. So whatever that was on the Wukong, it got carried here, but with a hint of improvement in terms of preciseness and also towards some technicalities aspect. Let's talk about that. So on the OG Wukong, and together with this Wukong TI, what it does is that I would say that this is a mild V-shaped kind of IEM, so you have very good bass. I would say the bass here, it will satisfy all your crave towards all the bass that you want, but not in a crazy way. So it's not the frequency kind of overpowering bass that will really flood you with bass that you won't be able to come out with. This is a very nice tactile bass that from a dynamic drivers, and I can feel that it has that power, that has that rumbleness that you would really like, and all the punchiness that you can get. Is a very I would say fun IEM. If you listen to something like hip hop, EDM alone, is very nice. And also at the upper mid range from the previous Wukong, it also have that kind of emphasis on the vocals, where it is very smooth to listen to, very, I would say, comfortable to listen to as well, although having emphasis in the female vocal part, but just like a little bit of bite in the previous version. But here on the TI, maybe because of the change of shell, because the change of your enclosure, your exterior material does change your sound a little bit. That's why a lot of the musical instruments are in different material. So for example, like we have a lot of brass material out there. So this is in TI, and of course with TI, for my experience, is that TI would tends to give you a slightly more refined sound. It won't give you a lot of resonance, but it will give you very precise and very, I would say, sharper note weight, which is this IEM was tend to be lacking in the previous Wukong video, because it was a very super safe and smooth IEM, and basic, very laid back to listen to. So a lot of people been feedback in a lot of those audio shows in like Shanghai. I think there are people who mentioned this in the Shanghai show, at least from the YouTube video that I saw. So they say that it's a bit too safe, they need some bite. So that's why maybe within like these 3-4 months, they just cook out another one, so to follow up to the public's feedback. So this time around, it has slightly a bit more bite, and also female Wukong will have slightly a little bit more energy than the previous Wukong, and I think that is a very nice balance now, as in it's still lacking a little bit in that technical aspect, but if you are not looking for like technicalities, if you're just looking for a smooth IEM to listen to with plenty of bass, with bass that will really punch your face, hook, left hook, right hook your face, this is something that you look out for. And the Wukong here, it has very good emphasis, it's very forward, has very good bite, but still doesn't hurt you in any way because of that bass. At least I think it's quite balanced with the bass. So in an overall, it's still a very safe IEM to listen to. But there are a little bit of downside to it, is that because it's a dynamic drivers, you can't avoid it being slightly a little bit lacking in separation, lacking in air, and a little bit lacking in technicalities, which also a very common downfall for a lot of single dynamic drivers, even for expensive brand. If you tune it to be technical, yeah, then it will not be smooth, or it will not be bassy. Yeah, so that's why I think like something from like that IE 900, the kind, you get very super good, like top of the line kind of technicalities out of it, but it is painful to listen to, yeah, for at least for music. So that's why I can't listen to the IE 900. This is a total opposite of that, and in terms of build quality, I prefer this build quality over that. Oh, and also not to mention, they also changed the cable on this IEM to the OG Wukong, and this cable looks so sick, man. So it has show whether you guys can see. So it has a very I would say mythical kind of design to it. It have a lot of weird symbols that not sure whether is it Chinese. I think it's Chinese, but very old Chinese wording on it that you can only see from some walls or some artifacts. But I think it's a very good touch because it's a mythical character after all. So my first time that my colleagues saw this cable, they just say that, what's this IEM? It looks like some Wukong. Yeah, so he guessed it right away that he know that it's a Monkey King kind of thing, because Monkey King does have a rod that have gold accents to it and a lot of weird symbols on it. So I think, yeah, this give it away, and it's a very nice design. I think this deserves all the love from people who love the single dynamic drivers and who love the layback sound, bassy sound as well. So if you want to try it, you know where to look out for me if you are in Singapore, so discreetly. So maybe if we can have a chat, then maybe you can give it a try, because I'll be having it with me most of the time. So see you all, and bye bye.